Here at WTF Auto, building fast cars is our bread and butter. But at the end of every week, the door goes down, the pizza turns up, and a collection of characters called the Friday Nighters discuss their fantasy project ideas. Things like a Hayabusa-powered Starlet, or a Viper V10 Lotus Super 7. You know, ideas of cars that we will never in our right mind build. But these cars are so much fun to think about. However, one Friday night something different happened. An idea. A little different to all the rest. Something we might just actually do. And like CV grease in your hair, this idea stuck. And so it was decided we would build a road licensed, engineer approved, 1000 horsepower V12 Toyota Supra. The mighty Mark IV Toyota Supra. These cars require no introduction. It doesn't matter what kind of cars you're into, from Ford F-Trucks to Volkswagen Beetles, everyone knows the Toyota Supra. And it's no coincidence either. The only thing better than this car's timeless appearance is the legendary 2JZ engine under each and every hood. Now, I'm not going to bore you with the specifications of the car because let's face it, they just don't matter. Supras were made to be modified. 500 horsepower from the original engine with nothing but external upgrades has become commonplace, with more heavily modified engines reaching 1000 horsepower with remarkable reliability, and that's why, even 24 years after the model was released, the Supra remains relevant and sought after as a performance car today. But when it comes to modifying Supras, there's just one problem: turbocharger lag. See, waiting for a 1000 horsepower Supra to come on boost makes them a little bit of a one-trick pony. Unbelievably fast in controlled experiments, but awfully useless on, say, a Motorcana circuit or around town at normal road speeds. In fact, a stock 280 horsepower Supra easily beats a 1000 horsepower Supra on a tight course. It's not even a competition, and that is embarrassing! But I, like millions of other people, love Supras. And we're going to use all of our skills and resources to solve the problem in what we think is the best way possible. So the goal of this project is very simple. Super powerful for high speed and super responsive for tight circuits. How? This is Toyota's 1GZFE V12, and it's our cure for the big turbo 2JZ's case of the laggies. Easy, right?
Well, no. See, Toyota made this engine for smoothness and efficiency, but not necessarily for strength. So if we go and cram all of that boost into it like we would with a 2JZ, all of the insides are going to fall out all over the floor.
So I guess we got to pull this thing apart and make it stronger and better.
But first, let's get that 2JZ out of the way.
So this is the frame for the Supra. We need to see if the engine's going to fit in it. So pretty immediately, the engine's nowhere near where we want to put it, and there's definitely a problem. Looks like the steering rack and the sump definitely do not want to live in the same place. So I'd say we're about 4 inches away from being where the engine needs to sit in the engine bay, and we've already got a massive problem about this big. So I think I'll let it down and we'll take the sump off, and we'll try again with no sump on there, right? So that's a lot different to what we had before. The engine's pretty much where it should be. Just one problem, there's no sump. I think what we need to do is make up some engine mounts and maybe sit this engine in the car in this position. And if we like what we see, then I guess we can try and make a solution for this sump.
After playing around with the V12 and straight 6 engine mounts and brackets, it occurred to us we could make some effective engine mount adapters using Supra mounts, V12 brackets, and some plate which we got for a steal. Given it's highly likely this won't be our first attempt at positioning the engine, this temporary mounting solution gives us some flexibility to modify the position, and it won't make us cry if we have to throw it all away and start again. And once we settle on a final design and position, our adapters can be used to jig up a final single-piece mount bracket solution.
Shane!
Tris.
I made a to-do list.
The to-do board!
So we know what to do.
We couldn't have made it any clearer, could we?
So this is literally all the things I could figure we needed to do. I've written everything down that I think we need to do to get this car completely done and driving and whatever. So shall we go through?
I think we should.
We've, hey, good idea. Let's tick it off. We've got a V12.
We have.
And removed the 2JZ. 2JZ's gone, sorry. Oh, we made the engine mounts, the mock-up engine mounts to fit it in there.
We did.
And we've, and
No, we haven't really...
Is that all we've done? 3 things.
I think...
3 things.
That's all we've done.
Out of at least 700.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well that's...
This is going to take a while. All right. What are we going to do next?
Gearbox.
Gearbox, right. We'll get a gearbox.
Yep.
We want the motor sitting like in the right position, so we got to get a gearbox and see how it sits in the tunnel and all that nonsense. So gearbox and adapter, because nobody makes a manual gearbox for these motors. So
no, good point.
we're going to need an adapter of some kind and a mount.
Yes.
We have a plan.
We have a plan.
We have a plan. All right, well, I'm going to go and find us a gearbox.
Good idea. I'm going to go and make a coffee.
Hey, I want a coffee.
We hope you enjoyed the first episode of Supra Supreme on QUICKSHIFT.tv. Do you want to see more? Subscribe to catch episodes and special features as they drop, and spread the word. The more you support us, the more ridiculous stuff we're going to build. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram for even more awesome content. Thanks for watching.